Do I have... Oh, there it is. Hello, everyone. I'm going to do my thing, which is sharing to groups. So people know that I'm drawing right now, because that's what I like to do. That's how I roll. I'm not drawing any dogs at the moment, so whoops. I'm not drawing any dogs at the moment, so I'm not going to post there, I guess. I'm going to try to draw today. Pretty tired, though. We'll see what I can get done. And my hands are shaking. You know. It is what it is. Boom. Wait, let's do them. I keep passing up some places to share on here. All right. I don't know. Maybe there. I'm not doing a self-portrait. Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing a little bit of I think that's it. I'm just doing a little bit of I was just sharing this video stream. Just working on this drawing. I've been trying to finish this drawing forever, but like I'm really feeling it, so I'm just going to keep working on it, and I think I'm going to stop at the latest. It's going to be Saturday. I don't think I'm going to keep working on it past Saturday. I think at that point I'll want to move. I figure I want to move on past that and begin another one maybe. So I don't have much to say about this right now. I'm just getting back into the groove. So like what's kind of weird when I do this drawing here is I often struggle because typically when you're drawing, you usually like do a little, you start doing like some warm-ups, you kind of get some to kind of get your muscle memory kind of acclimated to the motion, and then you go into your serious drawing mode. Or at least that's what I've kind of trained, where you always start with doing like some sketching. But in this instance, it's a little bit different. So when I do this drawing, I've been working on it in the morning and at night. And in the morning, it's when it's the sun is rising, so I actually have a little bit more light, and I'm able to see more things, which is nice. But it means that the contrast isn't as vivid. But when I draw it at night, I get like another point of view where the contrast is more vivid, and so I try to apply that saturation of tone into the drawing, so it kind of makes me exaggerate the tones more than normal. So you kind of get like the best of both worlds, really, if you want to consider it that way. I'm just, I don't like that one. That vine charcoal's like kind of hard. That one's kind of hard too. I'm looking for like a soft vine charcoal right now because it tends to work a little bit better. If I have a hard vine charcoal, it will kind of scratch the paper. It will kind of score it, I guess. And it'll make it kind of hard to retract the tone if I make a mistake. Not that I'm not saying I don't make mistakes, but I really don't I don't erase them typically. You know, if I make a mistake, I just like, oh well, that's that. There it is. I'm just gonna keep drawing. I don't really backpedal it whenever that happens. So what's kind of nice, what I'm doing right now is I'm just playing around with value and shadow and seeing what kind of tones I want to kind of stick with. At this, like, I was thinking earlier that I want to kind of do like a two-tier cast shadow. I was thinking maybe doing something like this. I don't know. To make it feel like it's floating, but it's not floating. I think I'll try that out and see what happens. As you can see, a very slow process. It's going to take me a couple minutes just to knock this back tone a darker tone. And I'm trying to keep like even up and down pencil strokes. I don't know why I'm doing that. It just feels like something I should be doing. And plus, to me, it feels it's easier to do. And I'm getting a little bit of practice. I'm practicing my straight lines. So I'm knocking two birds out with one stone. Getting some value in my drawing and practicing my straight lines, essentially, because I'm basically making straight lines that are overlapping. So don't let me fool you. I'm actually quite tired. It's been a day. I was drawing on this at shoot, when was I drawing on it? I think at 5 in the morning. No, I think 6. I was working on it at 6 in the morning. And then I had to go work on some other drawing, some commission. Got my commission closer to done. Not done, but I got it closer. And then well, during the day, throughout the day, my ability to do drawing is limited. So I tend to I'm only able to do it in the morning or at night. And I try to knock it out in the morning because sometimes, at night I'm pretty exhausted. It's already been a 12-hour. What time is it? What time is it? It's almost 8. Oh my gosh. It's already been like, a 15-hour day. So like the last thing I want to do is, I don't mind it. It's just like the last thing I want to do is begin drawing again. I'm not saying I don't mind it. It's just like, I'm already tired. Maybe I just kind of sit down and relax. But when I sit down and relax, I always feel like bad about myself. So I guess I have to kind of, I try to will myself in the studio to work a little bit more. So that's what I've been trying to do lately is I try to not let how I feel dictate like my drawing, because there's days where you just don't want to go in the studio and work, there's days like that, and I try to kind of like just say, I just kind of suck it up and say, you know what, I could play video games. Gosh, I'd love to play some video games right now. Maybe what I should do is I should set like goals, and one of my goals would be like every time I sell a painting, I take a day off and I play video games. Oh my gosh, I'd probably never play a video game for the rest of my life then. Or maybe every time I sell a drawing, that'd be great. That'd be like a cool goal. Like, oh, I sell the drawing, yay! Guess what, Matt? You get a video game day. Woot woot! That's what I should do. Video game day. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm excited about that idea. You know? Or like, Matt, you sold an art print. Video game day. Yeah. That would be awesome. That would motivate me. I'm for real. I would be highly motivated to sell my art if I could if I made like some sort of promise with myself that I could, if I sold a painting or a drawing, I'd go play video games. I'd do that. I would definitely do that. I'm going to have to think about that. I'm going to have to make that like a rule. So like every time I sell a painting or something, I'll play a video game. And maybe if I sell a painting, I'll take a day off. But maybe if I sell a drawing, I might take 2 hours off. Or like an evening. If I sell a drawing, I'll take like an evening off so I won't be drawing at night. So if I sold this drawing, what I could do is right now I'd actually be upstairs jamming on some games. Now that would be pretty sweet. That would be sweet. That way I wouldn't feel so guilty. So I'm pretending like there's even though I'm pretending like this skull's floating, I'm still making this weird cast shadow here. So is it floating or is it on like a surface? I don't know. It's a ghost skull. It's just kind of there. It's doing its thing. Why is it tilted up like this? What's this skull's motivation for being here? Why is it here? What's it doing here? Let's go ask the skull some questions. Skull, why are you doing this? Well, my motivation is, I don't know. I am not going to lie though. I am pretty stoked about that idea. Where I what do you call it? Oh, for every art sale, I like play a video game or take a video game break. Or maybe, whenever I sell an art, a piece of art, I buy a 6-pack of beer or something like that. Or like I have a beer, or like every time I sell some art, I get a cheeseburger. Or I go out to Dairy Queen and get a Blizzard. That'd be kind of cool. That would motivate me to sell more artwork, or at least make more artwork. What I'm trying is make as much artwork as I can, but we all have our own demons that we have to deal throughout the day. We all have our own demons. So my main goal is to kind of just keep tightening this drawing up. I'm getting closer and closer. Like there's going to be a point where I just say, I think it's done. And it might not be done, but I just I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. So I think Saturday would probably be the day where I can be like, I'm done. I can just stop working on it. So right now, it's at that phase where it's not even at that phase. It's just at this point where everything I do to it is just going to make it a little bit better. I'm just everything I do is just going to tighten things up and make it a little bit better, a little bit more presentable, it's going to be pretty hard to mess it up after this. But then again, I might jinx myself, so you never know, right? I might get really, really ambitious and like just mess it up royally. But no, it's at this point where I could stop right now and be okay with it. I can continue working on it and be okay with it. I can just keep playing around with the tones, the value range, and be fine, you know. But I think what I might do is eventually there'll be a point where I should stop. And the point, usually what that area where I kind of stop working on it is when I'm struggling to find things that I can do to it, you know. And you gotta let kind of like the drawing, you know, propel forward, right? You kind of let the image that you're working with, the material and the still life itself, kind of have its own voice, right? And so I'm trying to move it forward, but not destroy it, and still have it maintain this, like this. I don't know. I can't really explain it. Personality, soul, you know, all of the above. I'm also trying not to ruin it. So all kinds of things are kind of coming into play. But you know, it's at this really nice kind of homeostasis at the moment, and I'm content with it, you know, and I can just keep working on it. And as I've been saying, I think I'm just gonna work on it till Saturday, or I can see myself probably Friday when I work on this again, Friday morning. I can see myself starting to slow down, and because right now I'm really starting to feel it kind of slow down, like it's losing the drawing momentum. Like there's certain things that I could work on and I'm seeing, but is it worth it? I don't know. I want to define this curvilinear line here. I'm probably going to make it thicker. There we go. Look at that. Look at that curvy line. That's one sweet curve. Sweet. I'm doing it again too. I'm making a little thick line on the base here. And I'm going to make it a little bit thicker right here. Bam, look at that. Just small little things, just little bitty touches, you know, just a little bit here, just like, just a little, just a little bit, you know. But yeah, I think I could see it kind of stopping tomorrow morning. I don't see me working on it Saturday. If I am working on Saturday, it's simply because I told myself that I wanted to, that was the last day, and I just wanted to like end it at that day, just to kind of have it timed right. But it definitely wasn't because it was going to make it any better. You know, I wasn't anticipating on being like, oh, all this is necessary. I need all the time to do this drawing here. I need all the time until Saturday to finish the drawing. No, that won't be the case. It's just simply because I allotted that time, and I said to myself, this, it's not going to hurt. It's just like, it's not going to make it worse. It's just like, maybe it'd be better use of my time to start another one, and then maybe I'll get the next one will be a little bit better. But I am having kind of fun with this, so at the moment, I'm just going to keep on working on it and see what happens. See what happens. I do feel like this whole bottom area could be knocked back a little bit, like a tone. It feels a little light. But I probably need a different charcoal pencil. I don't know if I have one here. Maybe, I think this was one. This is a light one. This is light charcoal. I don't normally use a light charcoal pencil. So what I'm going to do is just take this charcoal pencil and kind of lightly move through the bottom here. And it's just going to knock it down one tone, one shade darker, ever so subtly. And then I can always pull out the highlights again if I need to with an eraser. So the eraser is not necessarily like, I'm not using the eraser to correct. I'm using the eraser to pull out the highlights that I want. I think it's called reductive drawing, or erasure. It depends on the person. I kind of bounce back between or subtractive. I kind of bounce back between the two. It just sounds kind of nerdy, so I don't like saying it, and it's like a lot of syllables. I sometimes enunciate the wrong syllables in my words. Anyways. So this is just going to knock it back a little bit. See, I can't tell if I'm knocking it back enough until it's all done. And I kind of got like when I'm drawing my hands, creating this cast shadow here, and that kind of sucks. So one thing about these skulls that I've been doing is I've been playing around. I've been playing around more with a hard charcoal pencil. And normally I don't typically play around with a hard. I usually always use like a medium or a soft. And I don't mind it. It's not. I kind of like it. Kind of like it. I don't mind. I hope you understand. So this whole area, I've been kind of ignoring. There's a lot of like weird folds that I don't know whether I want to define or not, but I'm probably going to do it anyways because I might be kind of a glutton for punishment, but also there's other areas that I really don't feel like I need to work on anymore, and there's other areas that I might work on some more, like right here. So the eraser pulls out just enough pigment to make it feel like it's reflecting, like a reflective light. So it makes it feel real. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of like how in paintings where you're doing oh wow, I can see something. I don't know what I was going to say after that. Where you're suggesting forms, you're modeling form with your charcoal, with your paint. When you're doing with reductive or subtractive, it's kind of like the same premise. You know? See, right here, I don't like that, but there's not much I can do about it. I can kind of fix it, but I'd have to do a lot of erasing, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if all that effort is really going to be worth it. You know, I try to think about like these actions a little bit, like chess moves. Now, some people just have to do it. You know, they have to correct it because it doesn't look like the thing that you're looking at. And then me, I like kind of weigh out the options. Like, is it worth it for me to spend the extra 10, 20 minutes in this area? Is it going to make it that substantially better? And typically it's not. It's just going to make it like, you know, a little bit better. At least that's how I feel about it. I don't know if I like that. That's actually a mistake. I'm going to erase that because that was a mistake. I was trying to make it feel like the plane. I was trying to make it curve, and it just didn't turn out right, so I'm going to try it again, but a little bit different. Never mind. That's not going to work. Not on my watch. Where is that? And sometimes what happens when you're drawing on one object for a long time, some people don't get this, but I do, is it becomes kind of like wallpaper. So what happens is eventually I just don't see those nuances anymore. So I'm like, I don't know, I don't see the mistakes I'm making. I'm kind of blinded, you know, visually. And so when I get to that point, sometimes it's just best to kind of just cut your losses and move on. And it might be getting close to that point. I won't know until maybe tomorrow. Like I think it's looking good. You know, I'm not dissatisfied with it. There's a lot of things I kind of appreciate. I think I did pretty well. And so I wouldn't be upset if I stopped working on it today or tomorrow. I do think, though, the more I'm working on this, I really feel that it's going to be, I'm probably going to cut it. I'm going to cut it tomorrow, stop working on it tomorrow. That's how I feel. I think that might be what's going to happen. You know, although I think that all the like the shading I'm doing now is it's working. It's looking good. It's making it look better. But it's at a point where I'm like, I'm happy. I'm satisfied. So what I'll probably do is after tonight, I'll work on it tomorrow, and then I'll probably stop. I'll probably say, you've been fun, but I'd like to start another one. I had a good time. We had some laughs. I learned a lot. I always say I learned a lot, but really I don't know if I learned a lot. Maybe I learned a little bit. It's not like I sat down and wrote down what I learned. Sometimes I should think about that. Maybe I should sit down and write down what I learned. Maybe I might learn something. I like to do the act of doing is my learning device. So I'm just doing, and then hope that the cumulative effect of just repetition allows me to grow. I really do have to say, though, like one of the best skills you can have as someone who wants to draw is just being able to draw on the same thing over and over again. I can't stress that enough. That's one of the best things you can have. No one wants to spend 5 hours on a drawing. But everyone doesn't mind working 40 hours at some job doing whatever, but no one wants to spend 5 hours on a drawing. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, I lied. Not there's lots of people that can spend 5 hours on a drawing, but like when you're first starting, there's this expectation that it's just gonna like boom, appear. I mean, I was there. I had it. I guess when I was younger, I thought that my time was more valuable than it really was. And so I'm like, I don't need to be doing this. I could be doing something else. Blah, 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 blah. I got things I gotta do. Yeah. That's me making noise. I know things. That's a really bad impression of me when I was younger. No. Everyone thinks that, I don't know, man. This is just me though. Like I guess people just get bored too quick, man. They just get bored way too quick. Look, I'm bored. I want entertain me. Entertain me and got things to do. And so, like, because they get bored too quick, they're not able to draw for extended time, for extended periods of time. Because let's be honest, because drawing can be. It's not like it's always going to be like, sunshine and roses. There's going to be days when you're drawing, you're like, this is dumb. Why don't you do what I want? Why is my hand not doing the thing that I'm supposed to be thinking? It's like, there's going to be those days. And when you get to those days, you will learn how to kind of work through it. Why aren't you doing the things? The hand won't follow my mind. But yeah, like, this is a case in point. I was hoping I was going to get this skull done in one session. Typically, as with my previous skull drawings, I was able to get them done really quickly. But this is a different position one. There's a little bit more going at it. I've done more. I fleshed out the value scales more. So, I can't be too upset that I spent more time on it because there's more depth to it. So really, all I'm saying here is patience is a virtue, or whatever that silly phrase is. Patience really is a skill that you need. I don't know, maybe not. There's a lot of artists that do a lot of quick work and sell it for like thousands and thousands of dollars. Like they spend and then they'll have like this phrase, "You're paying me for my the time that I spent to learn to get this quick." Yeah, I guess. I know that if I were to draw a skull drawing like this years and years ago, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 times longer. So I guess there's some merit, validity to that. But there's only, I can only go so fast with this. So if I go faster, if I cut corners, what I do is basically I generalize the forms as opposed to special or add details. So right now, if I make it go quicker, then I'm generalizing them, meaning that I'm kind of making them less detailed and just suggesting the form so that the eyes kind of normalize that tone. But right now, I want to practice a little bit of transitional tones, so that's why I decided to do this. I think I'm going to sleep pretty good tonight. That's going to be nice. Maybe after this I'll sit down and do nothing for a moment. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do in 30 minutes. If it's not sleeping, it's something else. It's just it's maybe I'll sit down and watch TV or stare at the wall or something. Something different. If I started drawing earlier and maybe sometime I might be able to watch the sunset. Pop open a beer or something and watch the sunset, right? I'm squinting because I'm kind of tired now. So I'm like, ugh. So I'm trying to I'm squinting because my eyes are heavy, which means I'm tired. I've been going hard to draw and paint since 5. So I've been going hard in the draw and paint since 5. And don't get me wrong, I would definitely like to sit down, and just stare at some entertaining things, just like, some shows or something. But Netflix has too many options, so like half the time I'll just spend like 30 minutes just looking through this. This looks good. Nah. How about this one? Nah. How about this one? It's like I'm like, and by the time I find one of this one, yeah, I'll watch this, and then it's like it's already time to go to bed. So, yeah. They've done science on that. Like, you can actually have too many choices. What does it do? So I've kind of like stopped talking. I really do think it's nearing the end. There's going to be a point where I start doing things to the drawing where it's not really making it better, but it's not making it worse. But like it's just kind of like in limbo, and it comes to like I'm not trying to draw it like a photorealistic drawing. It's obviously it's not set up that way. It's drawn from life, so I can't really make it like a photorealistic thing because, for one, those are done with HD cameras, and the object doesn't move. It's half the problem's already solved for you. You don't. Right now, I'm trying to take a three-dimensional object and flatten it. When you're doing a photorealistic drawing, you're taking it from a photo, it's already flattened for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You're just basically you're transcribing, or at least that's how I kind of picture it, So, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to play around with things, find my own drawing voice. Yeah, I'm losing energy. Like it's just plummeting. I'm like, yeah. I'm getting pretty tired now. So we'll see. I'm gonna see how long I've been doing this. Right quick. At like 43 minutes. So I'm probably gonna work for another 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know. Before I call it. It might even be earlier than that because 20 minutes feels like a lifetime right now. To make it an hour long, like it really does feel like a long time. It's another reason why I don't. I have to draw in the morning, because if I draw in the evening, I've already been going for like 12 hours minimum, and then you're expecting me to put in another 4. Come on, man. Give me a break, world. So you're going to find that the more tired I become, the weirder the conversation that you'll experience from me, or it just becomes like entertaining enough that you want to watch it, but maybe annoying enough that you're like, change the channel. Anyways, I've lost my train of like verbal thought, so there's that. So I think maybe the next thing in the next phase of here is like, maybe just stop working right here. You know, I don't know. Wait, I lied. I'm gonna work a little bit right here. Maybe the next thing. Actually, I'm not. No, I will. No, I'll come back to it later. I'm not. I'm indecisive. You know, at the moment. I don't know if I want to leave this kind of like the tone of the paper, or work with it, or use some sort of value tone. I don't know. I might leave it the tone of the paper because it's really close to the light source, and I can manipulate it so it feels more three-dimensional, but like, is it necessary? Do I want to go that micro? I don't know. But I think what I am going to do is just keep kind of working here for a little while longer, and then after that 20-minute mark hits, I'm going to, what's that, the Fred Flintstone song? Where the guy pulls the air horn, and then Fred goes yabba dabba doo, and then skis off of is there a brontosaurus? I don't know. He slides down, yabba dabba doo, and then he goes home. So that's what I'm gonna do. Ski home. Tomorrow I gotta work on some I gotta work on something. I don't have an answer what I gotta work on. It's gonna be something, and it's gonna be a drawing or a painting of something. There's gonna be some shapes. You know? Maybe I might take like this kind of extend, just take like some Vine charcoal and kind of knock it down a tone a little bit. Maybe that might be the best option at this point, at this state of the drawing. Don't know. Don't know if I necessarily care either. Not that I'm saying like I don't care. It's not that I'm saying I don't care about the drawing, but like at this point I'm pretty beat, and I'm running on like, you ever know that phrase where you're like, I'm running on fumes, right? I'm running on gas fumes at the moment, so I'm just kind of on drawing autopilot. So I'm like, I'm doing the stuff that just kind of happens by habit, and they tend to work out pretty well, but at the moment I'm just kind of moving. None of the movements here, like none of this is really, I don't really find this any good. This is kind of like, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting tired. It's starting to quickly build up. It's like snowballing. You ever get that where you're snowballing, you can feel the exhaustion kind of rolling in a wave. You're like, I am losing energy momentum fast. But you gotta take it in context, like been up since 5. I did a live stream drawing of this morning. I actually think I did, I don't know what I did. Yeah, live stream drawing this morning. And then I drew some commissions. Well, I didn't draw some commissions. I drew on one commission that I was working on and got that closer to done. It's not done. It's getting there. And then I had to do what, a parent has to do, do the things that you have to do throughout the day, chores and such. And then I exercised. Extra fries. That makes me laugh. So yeah, exercise, and then, normally that's pretty tough, dude. My exercises are, not weak sauce. They can be pretty tiring. And then after I did my exercises, here I am drawing some more. So I think maybe I'm gonna take a back burner on this area. I might dabble around here, but for the most part, I'm gonna probably kind of move down here. I might leave this alone at the moment. I might go back up here, but I'm finding that I'm getting this kind of muddy, and I don't want that. So I might have to avoid that at the moment. If at the very least, I'll do this. I'll bring that little highlight there. It's not that bright in reality, but I think adding that little highlight there is a nice little touch. Kind of pops it, right? Pop, pop. I'm gonna see. 53 minutes. I probably got 7 minutes left before I kind of call it. Halfway there. I need to find my soft vine. I just need to get my soft vine stick somewhere. Is this soft? Oh, it doesn't feel soft. You can tell, you can kind of feel if you have a soft vine charcoal stick, because it feels a little lighter, and just by the feeling, when you grab it, it feels more brittle. You can just feel it. when you get like a hard or a medium, it feels more rigid. It's hard to explain it, but it's weird how you can kind of tell without actually having to draw with it. Like it feels a little bit lighter, a little bit the way that its weight. It also might have the way that when you pick it up, it has a different sound to it that you wouldn't get with a what's it called? A hard vine charcoal stick. And one thing I never really was one thing I didn't really use a lot was a chamois. It's kind of new. Oops. Uh-oh. See, now that's what I don't want that, and now I don't know if I can pull it out because I'm not used to using the chamois. Yeah, bad chamois. So that's going to be an indication of what I need to be doing. I probably am not going to do that. I'm probably going to avoid what I was trying to do, which was kind of knock this tone back. And I thought that the chamois would do what it's been doing previously, which is kind of softening the area. And it might have been because that's going to bug me. That's what happens when you try to do something a little bit experimental late in the game. Don't do that. So now I gotta clean that up a little bit. Maybe I might come back to it later. Right now, I'm not gonna bother. If I can find my soft, I'll be happy. Just trying to find my soft vine charcoal stick here. Kind of soften these areas up. Yeah, that really bugs me. Although you can't see it, and probably tomorrow I'll forget about it, or it won't be as noticeable to me. For right now, it's a mistake that I kind of regret. So what I think I might do is I won't do that again, at least not in the next foreseeable future. Especially near the end of a drawing, I'm not gonna kind of play around with the high contrast. Yeah, it's about done for the night. And I think tomorrow is going to be like the last session. I can feel it. It's getting to the point where some of the stuff I'm doing is not really making it better, and also it's cause I'm like they're starting to be kind of mistakes. They're kind of being like they're kind of mistakes, but they're not mistakes. Like they're mistakes to me, but like to the viewer, they don't really. It's not really noticeable because everything else is so nice, and so I think I might be closing the chapter on this drawing tomorrow, and then I'll start another one Saturday, right? Yeah, it's an hour. I've been drawing on this about an hour. I think I'm done for today. I want to say thank you for everyone for watching. Feel free to share this, comment on it, and like it. You know, share it to your friends, share it to your page. You really do me a help. You would be doing me a huge favor by doing that. I hope you have a wonderful night. Have a good night.